Good evening. This is Weekdays with Wendy, and I'm reading to you from the Love Your Neighbor, No Exceptions daily calendar. And today's reading is a scripture passage from Ephesians chapter 4. Be completely humble and gentle. Be patient, bearing with one another in love. Good advice. Recently, this past Sunday on Mother's Day, I was given a gift of a subscription to Masterclass. Now, this is an app that has video classes that are taught by the world's leading experts. People like Wolfgang Puck, Gordon Ramsay, Bob Iger, Bob Woodward, Serena Williams, Carlos Santana. Leading experts in their field, teaching their field. It's a wonderful gift. I highly recommend it for you, but also if you want to give a great gift to somebody, this is a perfect one. Master class. Well, the first class I started listening to was taught by one of my heroes, Jane Goodall. Now, you remember Jane Goodall studied chimpanzees in Gombe Park in Tanzania years ago, and has had a profound impact in the world, especially in regards to conservation. And that's what her class is about. But she retold the story of one of her first encounters with the chimpanzees in Gombe. And it just happened to be a story about her favorite chimpanzee, David Graybeard. Now, this chimpanzee was named for the white tuft of hair that looked like a white beard on his chin. And David Graybeard was a male chimp, not the dominant chimp, that was Goliath, but David Graybeard was a chimp that had a gentle, calm disposition. And his trust of Jane's presence near the group of chimpanzees, their family group, allowed the other chimpanzees to tolerate her presence and for her to be able to study them for years. He was the first chimpanzee to trust her. And she told the story of one that was very familiar to me because I read it when I was a little girl in National Geographic. And she talked about this had been after she had earned the trust of David Graybeard and other chimps. And she happened to be kind of following David Graybeard, and he was tolerating that. And at one point, he sat down, and she found a red, ripe palm nut, which was a favorite of the chimpanzees to eat. So she put it in her hand and held out her hand, extended it toward David Graybeard. Well, he looked at the palm nut and then turned his head away from her. It was, it's the same as in our culture. He was rejecting it. Well, she said she was a little cheeky and young and inexperienced, and so she reached her hand even closer to David Graybeard. And so he took the palm nut and dropped it on the ground, which any of us would understand, I don't want it. But then he took her hand and gently squeezed it and then let go. And she said, in the chimpanzee world, that's the same kind of meaning as in the human culture. That kind of squeezing of the hand is a gentle reassurance of connection, of affirmation. It's a communication technique between chimpanzees of affirmation. And so he was affirming, I know that your intention was good. I don't want the nut. But he was acknowledging, I know that you were doing something good. What struck me was, if a chimpanzee can do that, what is our excuse? Be completely humble and gentle. Be patient, bearing with one another in love. A chimpanzee was able to discern that a member of a tribe not his own was trying to do something of good intention. And he responded with a reassuring gesture. Can we allow ourselves to be more trusting? Can we be more patient? Can we bear with one another in love? Be completely humble and gentle. Be patient, bearing with one another in love. Again, if a chimpanzee can do it, what's our excuse? I hope you have a great evening.